to the best division in football with Awthentik and the Beard, presented by All or Nothing Studios. What's up, team? Thanks for tuning in to our Tuesday recap show. I don't know about what you guys think, but I think the New York Giants and the Washington football team are a little bit ahead of schedule from what everybody was thinking. Huge weekend for the NFC East. We only got 3 games to talk about. The Giants and Washington both pulled major upsets against first-place teams. Washington beat the undefeated Steelers. You know the Giants took down Seattle on Sunday. Philadelphia Eagles, I guess, are still in our division, so we do have to talk about them. They lost. The big news out of that game, though, Carson Wentz hit the bench. Not Elf on the shelf. It's Wentz on a bench. That's what I've seen so far today. Let's bring in the fellas. Awthentik, 4-game winning streak. I know you're just feeling good. You're probably smiling all day.
Feeling good, man. I'm feeling really good, man.
All week.
All week, bro. And I'm happy to get another football game tonight, too, man. I think that's pretty awesome. And we got NFC East games back-to-back here Monday and Tuesday. Man, I mean, the season is coming down to the wire, man, and that was a big win on Sunday, man. Salute to the New York Giants, man. That defense came ready to play right from snap one, man, and the running game showed up, and Colt McCoy did what he had to do, man. I'm satisfied with that dub, man. I picked us, one of the only people to pick us, man. Salute to Bad Dog and salute to Cop Pizzle. I just hopped on Cop Pizzle's stream, actually, just a couple days ago. It was his birthday, man, so happy birthday to the OG Cop Pizzle, the go to this YouTube stuff, man, and Giants Nation is lit, man. We definitely hype right now.
Pizzle does it his own kind of way, but it's like I love his vibe, man. I watch his videos just to get hyped, even though I'm not a Giants fan.
Facts, man. Vibe. Yeah, Pizzle will definitely get you hyped up, especially when you a Giants fan, bro.
The Beard, man. NFC East, no more. How you feeling, buddy? That was huge last night. You were texting kind of nervous. You were nervous. How'd your BP?
Yeah, I was nervous, man. Are you kidding me? After that first half, I was up and down. I was killing the Twitter game, like. It was intense for me for sure, man. But you know, I was so hyped, and I was at my Duke's house watching the game because I was working. So I was at my desk, like just zoned in on a computer, like just and I started screaming, and my Duke's was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, she's like, the game? And I was like, yeah, the game. Like, it was crazy, man. And then, like, you know, I was feeling real good, so I had to brush off the brand new vintage crew neck to come out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Got this the Monday Night Football jump. Look at this.
Yeah, super throwback.
That guy's racist, isn't he? Didn't he?
No, I don't think so. I think he's non-racist.
That is the guy, isn't that? What's his name? Hank Williams Jr. Isn't that?
No.
Oh, I thought it was. That's what I thought it was when you pulled up with it.
It is, but he's not racist.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Tim's like, wait a minute, are you
putting
me on?
Show, but after the show, you got.
I gotta burn that thing.
I put it up for sale on my store.
All my rowdy friends are here on Tuesday night. Right?
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's good, man.
I'm pretty sure he's good, man. Somebody in the chat gonna let us know. You know that.
Yeah,
they on the research.
All right, let's say some hellos to the people in the chat. Speaking of the chat. Robin, what's going on? Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Roman in the building
evening.
One time. Giants Nation, let's go. Big win.
Joel's in the building.
Yes,
what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes,
the
sir.
air horns
you see the Beard trying to bypass them air horns. Them things ready. I got them on deck.
Oh, man.
Sunday in the building. What's up, Sunday?
Chopped liver.
Hey, chopped liver. I saw you in the chat talking about is Awthentik on the left or the right, or is he in the center? Yeah, I'm over here, cuz, and the Beard's on the opposite side, and that's Scotty Boomz. Hey, Bobby called you Scotty Smooths.
Hate that. Scotty Smooths?
Scotty Smooths.
I might need a mid-career change like that.
I'm digging it. Michael Boston said racist SOB.
Papa Homewood is in the building. What's going on, sir? How you doing?
It's like, damn, this backfired.
Lucas says, massive Giants fan, but it's always awesome watching the Beard after a Redskins win. Cheers to that. Drew Pierce is in the building. Says that he can't wait to see what we think about the Eagles quarterback situation.
Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath.
Jameson Taylor is here. Hello, Jameson.
Jameson in the building. What's up? What up?
5 words or less. I don't know what that is.
And Mr. Matt Emery. What's going on, brother?
Hey, shout out to Matt Emery one time. big faithful in Washington this week. He had a post on Facebook, broke down all the reasons why Washington was going to win this game, and he ended it by saying, "You can book it," and tagged me, Scotty Boomz, and the Beard in the post, man. So, yo, congratulations on that. He even DM'd me and gave me a score prediction. He was pretty close on his score prediction, too.
I think I might have been 1 point off on my score prediction also. I think I had,
okay.
I'm pretty sure I had 24.
Are you trying to steal Matt's 30 seconds of fame?
No. I just
Pick Washington?
I picked Washington. What kind of question is that?
No, did he? Oh, no, he might have. I think he did. I think he did pick Washington.
24-17.
I don't know if it was 24-17, but I think he did pick Washington.
Shock.
Glock 30 in the building. Our resident Cleveland Browns fan.
Glock in the building. What's up, fam? What's up?
NYC Chris, what's going on? Thank you for joining us as always.
What's up, Chris?
Oh, NYC Chris in the building. What's up, fam?
And you know we got to say what's up to our boy, Bobby.
Hey, everybody say hi to Bobby in the chat one time.
Bobby!
What's up, Bobby?
What's going on, Bobby?
Bobby
How
in
you
the
doing,
building.
brother? Thank you for joining us.
Is that his name inside of the state? I don't know.
Lax is in the building. What's going on, Lax? Thank you for stopping in.
Oh, faithful Lax. What's up, fam? What's up?
Lucas, what's up, brother? Thank
Lucas
you
in
for
the building.
dropping by.
Jerry Maguire in the building.
Shout out to Afghanistan, baby. Oh, yeah.
Afghan in the building. What's up, fam? I'm good. I'm doing great.
Hey, Tommy. Gotta shout out Tommy. Tommy and Tracy got a huge guest on their show tonight. Make sure y'all subscribe to Tommy Bernard. They got a show that's popping off at 9 o'clock tonight. Cincinnati Picker's going to be on there. It's going to be crazy.
That's going to be a good one.
He's got a new logo, too. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah, he's got a new logo.
It's a little Tom Brady-ish. It's pretty sweet. Not
Okay, a little TB12.
on there. Yeah, just
Waterfly.
Hey, Waterfly in the building.
Thank
What's
you
up,
for joining us. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up while you guys are here. We appreciate the thumbs up, folks.
Jamaica. That's for you, Johan.
Brownie is in the building. Word is in the building. Nick the Wick is in the building.
Hey, Nick the Wick, my guy in the building. Word in the building. What's up, fam?
Marjorie, the one and only,
Hey,
always
the
dropping
stat queen.
the gems.
Stat queen right there. What's up, Marjorie?
Here, really. Without her, we're nothing.
Facts.
Simon is in the building.
Hey, Simon. What's up, fam?
Camacho in the building. Two best teams in the NFC East.
You know it.
This is a new one. Synagogue of Steak. Interesting.
Oh, what's up, Synagogue of Steak? That's what's up, man.
Anthony,
Poor
Bluegrass Picker in the building.
Anthony in the building. What's up, fam?
What's going on,
What's
brother?
up, boy?
Johan is in the building.
Yes, sir. Johan, Jamaica.
Calvin's in the building. What's going on, Calvin, man?
Hey, Calvin. I was tuned into Calvin when he was on Tracy and Tommy show the other day, actually. That was pretty cool.
And my man, Eric from OBX Picker. I was on Eric's channel today for about 5 hours all day.
Oh, that's what's up.
There
What's up,
goes,
Eric?
there goes, yeah, today. There goes
Overtime.
Tracy, the
Uh-oh.
lovely Tracy.
Scotty, ear to ear.
Oh, man. JJ Stangle's in the building, man. We're lit up in here. Steven Gutierrez is in the building.
Yeah, what's up? I see the logo looking flame. Can't wait to get my dude back, you know?
So let's effing go Giants.
You know it.
Man. It's lit in here,
I like
guys.
that. LFG. I like that.
LFG. That's the Troy Allen Harris right there. He used that one all day.
Oh, yeah.
Big Daddy Nate, new to the channel. What's going on? Thank you for joining us.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Entertainer one time. He dropped a new video today, too. Make sure y'all check that out if y'all haven't checked that out. Talking about Andrew Thomas, best rookie left tackle performance of the year.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is
one game, the last game you guys played against Seattle?
Yep,
Yeah.
that last game is the best performance out of any rookie left tackle.
I got to dig into that game. I did not watch your replay yet, but I got to do the replay for the Giants.
Man, I've
game.
watched it like 5 times. It's a beautiful game. It's a really beautiful
Film
game.
review, though. You got to slow down. You know what I mean? Watch every
Oh,
player.
yeah. I'm watching it at like 0.5 speed. I looked at that Evan Ingram interception like 100 times. I'm not going to lie.
you know what? I gotta throw this up
Mhm.
on the bottom of the screen before we do anything, guys.
You said you got to.
Throw this up on the bottom of the screen before we do anything. Boom! 5-7.
Ah, records. Very
We're on
nice.
top
bottom
again.
of the screen. I
Yeah, I
see.
was like, our name?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
The extra bottom, the bottom of the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we on top of the bottom.
Let's get it. I see you, J.D. Davis. Colt McCoy statue, man. Maybe. That was a good game by the kid. You know,
Let's talk
maybe.
about these third place Philadelphia Eagles. They did play the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. They lost 30-16. Phillies now drop their 4th straight game. They're 3-8-1, just barely sitting above the Cowboys. Cowboys win tonight. Philadelphia will be in the basement. Eagles entered the game halftime. It was 14-3. They were down after the very first series of the second half, which was not a successful one. They bench Carson Wentz. In comes Jalen Hurts, rookie second-round pick. Didn't look great. Didn't look awful, though. He did lead a couple scoring drives. In the fourth quarter, they made it close. Rookie receiver Jalen Reagor returned a punt, 73 yards for a touchdown, brought him within 6 points. 2 plays later, though, Aaron Jones busted off his own 77-yard run for Green Bay to seal the victory. Philadelphia allowed 7 sacks to Green Bay, and their D had no answer for the Packers' triumvirate. I don't know if I said that right, but it sounded correct. Of Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams. I'm having a beard type moment with that word. Devontae Adams, 10 catches, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 15 carries, $130 and a touchdown. And Aaron Rodgers always doing his thing. He had 295 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. One question. I want you guys both to answer this. We now know it's announced just today, a couple hours ago, Jalen Hurts will be starting next week. He looked good enough for them to put him in again. Do you see Carson Wentz playing again this season, barring injury?
I'm going to go ahead and say we're not going to see Carson Wentz no more.
Not going to make it.
He's not going to make it.
Not going to get there.
He's not going to get there. Because, I mean, I think this is a move because Philadelphia realizes they're pretty much out of this race. I mean, I know the NFC East has been pretty close all year, a lot of losses in this division. But it's probably the perfect time, with just a couple games left, man, to see what you got in this rookie. And you're going to have a high draft pick, so you got to figure out, is this going to be another draft? You're going to draft a quarterback. I don't think it's the last we'll see of Carson Wentz in the NFL, but I do think it's going to be the last we're going to see of him in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform.
The beard. You agree?
Ooh, I don't think he'll play again this year. It would have to be some sort of crazy situation,
Not bearing orange. I'm saying just
because this is the thing is that if they put in Jalen Hurts and they actually win some games, right? And they continue to kind of stay within a game of the division, then there's no reason for them to put him in. And if they're losing, they might as well see what they have in Jalen Hurts. But as far as the future goes, I mean, what are you going to do with Carson Wentz?
I'm telling you right now, this is what you think about with Jalen Hurts, though. As a Washington fan, you should think this too. We threw Dwayne Haskins in there because our situation was dire and probably ruined the kid's development, maybe ruined his NFL career. So with the way Philadelphia is right now, the offensive line in shambles, they keep starting new guys that aren't doing it. Wouldn't you be afraid somewhat of Jalen Hurts hurting his career and hurting his, progression, throwing him in there right now on a team that's maybe not built to win?
No, because look, this is the thing. It's okay, so you're going to leave Carson Wentz in there? I mean, you're paying him millions of dollars. You're paying Jalen Hurts some pennies on the dollar in comparison. And this is the other thing is that Jalen Hurts is obviously is gonna be able to avoid the pressure a lot better than Carson Wentz is currently.
I mean, maybe we'll see. He hasn't looked too fast on the field when I've seen him. But I just think it's a move for next year. I mean, you got to figure out what you got in this quarterback because Carson Wentz is probably not going to be the guy next year. But I see somebody in the chat talking about it too. $50 million cap space dead cap hit, which is $60 million actually. Which is I don't know how they're going to off this contract. I mean, I would like to see Carson Wentz go to the Colts or maybe go to San Francisco 49ers. I think those would be or maybe even Denver Broncos might be looking for a quarterback the way Drew Lock has been playing too. But the problem is going to be to get that contract. That you inherit that's not a good look. So I mean, it might be a struggle for him. I doubt it'll come to them just releasing him, though. I definitely doubt that.
Man, they might just have to eat that money.
Dude, that will be a lot of money.
When's the last time you guys can think about where a quarterback that was in the middle of a monster deal like this got traded?
Maybe Bradford?
Yeah,
Sam Bradford was one. Matt Flynn got the big deal with Seattle, and they just completely just said F it. And Russell Wilson got drafted, and he never played a game regular season.
Right, so that wasn't a trade, though. You know what I'm saying? He was a free agent when he left Green Bay and got signed by Seattle.
The off-season trade?
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time a quarterback got traded in the off-season period?
It would be unprecedented, but this is an unprecedented situation. We're talking about a guy that was an MVP candidate at one point, and he's still young.
Right. I mean, he seems like he's still got some gas left in the tank, but with Philadelphia, it's just not working. And the defense wasn't the problem in this season. The defense has been pretty decent. They're getting to the quarterback. They're sacking quarterback. They're putting pressure on them. Their secondary's not terrible. Minus what DK Metcalf did to homie last week. But other than that, I mean, they play fairly well on defense, but 17 points. Now it's 4 or 5 straight games, I want to say, for Philadelphia, because they only got 16 in this game. They came into that game 3 straight games, 17 points. That's not going to get it done.
Okay. So maybe this is the real question, though. Why wouldn't they, maybe since they're so heavily invested financially into Carson Wentz, why don't they just cut ties with Doug Peterson, bring in a new coach, try and revive Carson Wentz's career and go that route?
You could. I mean, and that's going to be on the coach. That's going to be on the coach. Does he want that quarterback? The last thing I could think that happened like that was with Eli Manning.
Good point.
It was like they were kind of trying to force that upon the organization to like play Eli Manning and try to win with him for one more year, and it didn't work out for us. But I mean, I don't know. That money is already paid to Carson Wentz. That's going to be a problem, I think, moving forward. He's not playing good football and doesn't seem to work in this system at all. I mean, they need Frank Reich, straight up.
What if they can trade the Colts? What if they just give the Colts like first-round draft picks and get their coach from them? Trade Doug Peterson.
Yeah, or, the Beard was saying this too. You were saying this a couple episodes back. You were like, maybe it would take for Philadelphia to have to give some more leverage from their side of the trade because the other team's going to have to get the cap hit from Carson Wentz.
That's how they do it in like basketball. You take on bad, like
that's why I was comparing it to that John Wall Westbrook trade.
You pretty much trading contract for contract, But I mean, I wish the best for Hurts. It's going to be difficult for Philadelphia to get back in the mix. There's only 4 games left. They're 2 games back. I don't even see them getting close to being a game back. They got a tough schedule coming up.
Yeah,
they got is it the Saints coming up?
We looked at that schedule time after time, and I still am. My mind is boggled that Scotty Boomz was like, "Yeah, they're gonna basically win out."
Yeah, I Scotty low key turned into an Eagles fan for a couple, months there.
They did me so good at the end of last season. They won 5 in a row, made me look like a genius. So I rode them too hard this year, and they stunk and crashed and whatever. It's over.
Yeah, man, I feel you.
I dealt with them.
And a lot of people were saying that before this season started. That Keyshawn Johnson was one of them too, saying that the Philadelphia Eagles window is closed. They're not going to get back, and they tried to go against that will, but I think you got to blow this offense up. Defensively, it's still pretty good, but offensively, you got to blow this up. Doug Peterson, you got to get rid of him. Another game where he didn't get the ball to Miles Sanders enough. I think it was like 10 carries, 30 yards. Just not going to do it, man. And that all around that organization is falling apart. It's wild, man. It was just 3 weeks ago. They were like right there in the driver's seat, and I was saying like, yo, maybe that tie is going to come back and actually be what helps them win the division. And now it's like, yo, Eagles Nation, call bird down. Bird down, bro. It was like duck hunt out this mud. Like, it's crazy. And it all reversed, man. Like, yo, Giants on top, Washington right there. Kind of more like what I thought might have happened in the beginning of the season, but I didn't think that Philly was going to fall back this far. Can't lie.
You look at the rosters. I mean, both those teams, the Cowboys and the Eagles, they got a bunch of like high priced, like Darius Slays out there. They got Roby Coleman in Philly. Like, they went out and paid money to contend right now, and clearly they're not even close.
Yeah, they just not ready, man.
Lucas says they can trade him after June 1st, and the 2021 dead cap hit is only $9 million.
I mean,
and then 22 and 22.
Somebody better jump on that.
They got to trade him, though. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, the Colts is interesting, man. I kind of like the Colts. I don't know what their salary cap looks like, but why not? You still got Phillip Rivers for another year, maybe, and then just keep him on the bench till he's ready.
Phillip Rivers signed a 1-year deal too, right?
I believe so. But depending on how they do, he might get extended maybe another year. He's not playing great, but he's getting it done. I think it was 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions coming into this last week.
They should make the playoffs, and he's got like 17 children, so he needs to play as long as he can.
Shout out to everybody in the chat who hit that thumbs up, because Sunday said we just hit 50.
Hey, let's get it. That's
let's go to 100 tonight. Let's go to 100 tonight. Let's get that 100.
Any last thoughts on Philadelphia before we move past these?
Man, Jalen Hurts. I got a feeling Jalen Hurts going. Look, you got to admit though, there was a spark there when Jalen Hurts came in.
No, that's what I mean. They scored 14 points or 13 points in the fourth quarter.
Green Bay is really good.
Yeah, Green Bay's good.
Daddy.
Conference. I can't say when Drew Brees comes back, but right now they might be the best team in the conference.
Hey, Daddy smokes yams. You're in the right spot. I am the beard. This gentleman over here is Awthentik. In the middle is Scotty Boomz. This is Awthentik in the beard. So yeah, HTTR, baby. You've come to the right place.
Yeah, I loved everything in the first sentence. The second sentence, next time, hit the backspace a couple times, fam.
Let's talk about some love. Let's get into the real game of the weekend.
Yeah, let's do it.
About to hit. The New York Football Giants traveled to the upper northwest, took on the Seattle Seahawks. That was the upset of the weekend. They beat them. It was 17-12. Ugly first half. It was 5-0. The announcers were clowning, talking about it being a baseball score. Yankees are losing against the Mariners 5-0. Yeah, okay. In the second half, Giants activated the Wayne train. They rode Wayne Gallman and the solid defense all the way through to an upset victory. Gallman and Alfred Morris was the thunder to Gallman's lightning. He had 8 carries, 39 yards, and he had a tutty. He was running hard after Gallman was picking up the big yard. Giants defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, we all stand in your presence this week. He had an amazing game from the defense at all 3 levels. In the first half, what I noticed, Russell Wilson, he was getting some time in the pocket. There was nobody open. And as soon as he tries to roll out and do that Russell Wilson thing, the linebackers were coming down. Shout out Blake Martinez and Mr. Irrelevant Tay Crowder. They both had big games in containing Russell when he did escape the pocket because there was nobody getting open downfield and you couldn't run for anything. It was just a dominant performance all the way. Shout out to Darnay Holmes and Isaac Yiadom. We talked about the Giants needing a second, third cornerback to stand out. Both those dudes were all over the field. Darnay Holmes had a couple open field tackles. He also got his first career interception, I believe. First career, yeah. Awthentik, I didn't even talk about the D-line. They did get 5 sacks on the day. I think we're on Entertainers channel, maybe over here. Somebody predicted 4. And I was like, yeah, 4 sounds good. Just give me your take on the game. I'm not even going to ask you a question.
I think it was the Beard that predicted the 4, man. Giants are hot, man. Giants are balling out, man. And let's just take this back real quick. Awthentik and the Beard, Season 1, Episode 1. I was trying to break down a vocabulary term that a lot of people were having trouble understanding what it meant. Hog mollies. Now that this offensive line is intact, the Giants can compete with anybody right now. That defense has been balling out pretty much since day one. We only have 1 game on the season where we got blown out against the 49ers. I've been talking about Dave Gettleman. I've stayed even keel Scotty the whole year, even when the Giants had lost 5 straight games to start the season. Now we're 5-2 in our last 7 games, and the Giants are on top of the NFC East. I mean, this is a complete turnaround, and I know people that are close to this organization, they know and knew that Joe Judge was the guy. No-nonsense guy. Day one comes in, and I had complete faith in this guy to turn this franchise around, and right now it seems like we're headed into the right direction. I mean, we were 1-7 at one point this year, and we were pretty much the laughing stock, not only of the NFL Football League, but of the NFC East at the bottom of it, and now we're sitting at the top of it. And I think that it starts with the identity, you know, and that's Joe Judge and this coaching staff. Patrick Graham, I mean, has done wonders with this defense. The schemes that they came into this game and ran mostly cover 2 man. I have not. That used to be my Madden defense. I used to run cover 2 man. That means your 2 outside corners are playing manned up, and your 2 safeties over the top, splitting the field in half. I have not seen that defense in a long time. Patrick Graham was moving in and out from the 3-4 to the 4-3. I mean, we confused them the whole game. I mean, if you
do that without good linebacker play, and you guys, linebackers, they stepped up, man. And your corners, obviously, you know, they did their thing, man.
Facts, man. And we're doing this with a bunch of guys. I mean, that literally were drafted in this past draft. Cam Brown's from this draft. The 7 defensive players that we took in this draft, I mean, it's just incredible. And I just got to commend this organization. I mean, I think that when this game was like, when it was 5-0, I was a little sketched out, right? I'm like, when is Seattle going to, you know, really hit the gas pedal, get this offense really going? And I think they gave us an alley-oop in this game just a little bit here. I mean, they stopped running the ball in this game. The balance of run to pass in this game was 22 rushes to 43 passes when Chris Carson was averaging 5 yards a carry. And if you saw the first half of this game, Chris Carson was just slicing us up, bro. But somehow they went away from the run. And like you said in your intro to this game, you know, when Russell Wilson had time, he would try to make that Russell Wilson move where he would make that second move to then try to open up the throw, and he's getting sacked. It's relentless. It's relentless defense, man. And I think Colt McCoy came into this game. I know a lot of Giants fans didn't have high expectations And he had his moments in this game. I was smiling so much during this game with him playing quarterback. The 2-point conversion to Sterling Shepard was amazing. He had an Eli Manning moment. I don't know if you remember in the third quarter where he like almost got sacked, and then it was a 3rd and 6. He like rolled out of the pocket with his back, did a little half spin, went to the sideline. I thought he was gonna make a play. He didn't make the play. Ended up running for like 4 yards. We had to punt the ball. But then you gotta commend him for the touchdowns to Alfred Morris, my man Amo. We got to see the home run, the Louisville Slugger celebration. And look, that was his first touchdown reception of his career in 110 games.
It was a reception, wasn't it?
The first one was a run, or vice versa. One was a run, one was a catch. I can't remember which one was which. But it's his first touchdown reception in his career. I thought that was pretty amazing, man. And I posted on my my Instagram stories a couple weeks back when we were talking about the 96 Mazda 626. That Alfred Morris still drives, and just a humble dude, man. So I love to see him get into the end zone. And Wayne Gallman, man, first half, I know people were kind of sketchy. We're kind of thinking, man, where's this running game? Where's this running game? And Wayne Gallman comes out. Third quarter, we own them with Wayne Gallman. He had runs of 10 yards, 23 yards, 60 yards with the big run that he got to set up the touchdown for Alfred Morris on that same drive. So the second touchdown of Alfred Morris was actually a receiving touchdown. And the first possession, man, of the second half, I really felt like it defined this team because Evan Ingram drops that critical third down where we're in scoring range in the first half. He drops that pass. It gets intercepted. That's not on Colt McCoy, right?
Again, it's like he's got that Madden thing where it hits him, and whenever he drops a pass, it's got to shoot up in the air.
It goes straight up, man. And I was looking for an out for him on that, because I saw the defender barreling down on his backside there, but the ball gets there just a little bit before the defender, so Evan Ingram's got to make that catch. But what I wanted to say about that second half is Wayne Gallman comes out on 2nd and 5 to start the half, right? It's like a 9-yard run for a first down or something, right? Everybody, and this, I was talking to the Beard about this off camera, right? Like effort, seeing effort from your players. There's a play where Alex Smith got cracked in y'all game, and I'm just looking at the linemen like, man, what are y'all doing? But on this play, all the linemen were pushing Wayne Gallman down the field, like got him an extra 6 yards, man. And I was just like, yo, that literally represents Joe Judge and this team. And on that same play, Evan Ingram, and that's why I brought him up, he's pushing Jamal Adams out of the frame, bro. He's blocking him so well. So for those people that say Evan Ingram doesn't block, give him his kudos. And I want to shift, just all momentum of like dogging my Giants players. If you a fan of this team, I don't want to hear people talking about Isaac Yiadom no more, how he's not a baller, he's a bum, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it no more. He balled out in this game. He had a fantastic game, a couple of breakups that were just major breakups in this game. So I got to commend him on that. But getting back to Evan Ingram, after he dropped that early pass on that third down, he had a 3rd and 6, second quarter, 10 minutes, 56 seconds left where it was from our own 13-yard line where he got a catch for 7 yards. That's one first down in the second quarter. In the fourth quarter, at 10 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 9 from the Seahawks 38. So that's a long field goal. I know Godfather Gano been knocking them down this year, right? But that's
38-yard line? Yeah, that's a really
You're talking about a 50-something yarder, right? Now, Evan Ingram goes on a 3rd and 9 there. He picks up 8 and makes that field goal a lot more manageable for Gano. We knocked that down. We extend our lead 12 points there, and that was a pivotal point in the game. And then late in the game, fourth quarter, we're up 17-12 with 5 minutes, 22 seconds left. It's a 3rd and 6, and Evan Ingram gets 8 yards to extend the drive to be able to run out this clock. Now, there was one more play in this game where they could have went to Evan Ingram again late, but I think Colt McCoy tried to get cute, and he went and threw a fade route down to Sterling Shepard, and we didn't convert there, which gave Seattle one more chance at the end. But all I'm saying, I say all that to say, like, yo, get these players their flowers, man. Like, they're not going to make every play. And I like that you said the Madden comparison because real-life football is not Madden. You're going up against people who are the best at their position. And, yeah, there's a lot on the line. And maybe sometimes, you might get a little shook up or you might get a little bit of alligator arms. But look at Evan Ingram's game logs this year. He's balling out. This is 2 straight games now. He's been our leading receiver. And our big games come from Evan Ingram and when Garrett targets him in the passing game. Jason Garrett called an incredible game, man. I mean, just relied on the run when you knew that Seattle knew that we had to run the ball. He didn't give a damn.
Started slow.
And it started slow.
Was like 2, 3. I mean, he wasn't getting stuffed per se, but it definitely started slow in the first half.
And Scotty, this is what I think too, man. I think he wanted to show them that we could pass the ball early. So when we come out on that first drive, it's a lot of Colt McCoy throws. I'm like, what's going on?
Right. This is weird. Almost like they were trying to be too cute. too cute, where we like to always use. Like, they know we're going to run the ball heavy, so let's try and throw it a little bit. Like,
I was thinking, man, here we go again. Here we go again with this. This he's going to get too cute. He's going to try to throw the ball, knowing that Seattle's going to stack the box. And I was worried about it at that point. But I believe it was just a bit of a play action in a sense, in the opposite way. It was like, we're going to show y'all we can pass, and we're going to get back to this run. Man, I wish I could have been a fly on the locker room at halftime, because I know he gave him a speech. You come out, you get that run from Wayne Gallman on 2nd and 5. By the next drive, Wayne Gallman is breaking a 60-yard run. And from then, he had multiple runs in the 3rd and 4th quarter where he was just looking like a premier running back.
Joe Judge probably came in the locker room like, close the doors, close the doors. We got him exactly where we want. Like, this is 5-0, perfect. Don't give us. It's
literally the perfect alley-oop for us. It's the kind of game you want to be in, and we could still run the rock and still commit to the run, which is what I really liked about that second half, man. Wayne Gallman comes out, and the Hog Mollies just doing their job, man. Like, there was no pressure for real on the quarterback all day when he hit his back step. There was no pressure on him all day. I want to say he only got sacked twice. And this defense, you mentioned everything about this defense. I really don't got to get too much into this defense.
Leonard Williams, man, 2 sacks, right?
And what I've been saying about Leonard Williams since we made that trade, was I ever one of the Giants fans who was like, it's a bad trade, it's a bad trade?
Year. You said it after the trade. You're like, good trade. Everyone was like, no, it's
Everybody
not.
thought it was a bad trade. I've been on this Leonard Williams. You got to use your eyes, man. This guy's a disruptor. Just like how I feel about Chase Young. Chase Young is a disruptor. And Leonard Williams he's got more sacks this season than he had all 3 years when he was with the Jets.
And you got to give Dexter Lawrence and the other big boy, I can't think of his name right now.
Tomlinson balling.
A lot of credit.
Everybody's balling, man.
The bigger Hog Mollies allow the Leonard Williams types to play that 2 gap where they can like really get out, or the 1 gap and really get after the quarterback.
Yeah, man, and I think this defense is starting to look a little bit elite. James Bradbury, shutting down DK Metcalf to 80 yards, that's not an easy task, bro. That is not an easy task, and I know people didn't think he could come out here and do that. Jabril Peppers was all over the field if you watch this game. He was all over the field, making tackles, making deflections. Darnay Holmes, you saw the interception, and that was his first interception on the year. Logan Ryan is the leader for this defense. There's so many players. This is the kind of team you can't just highlight one guy. It's literally team football, and that's why I've been invested in this New York Giants team since day one. I didn't care about the 5, 6 losses, 7 losses. I didn't care about it. You got to look for a team that's improving, and the Giants have been improving pretty much since week 1. With that one little hiccup, Tay Crowder, Jabal Sheard, Blake Martinez, Nico Lalos off the practice squad out here balling. He's the first player to get like a fumble and an interception in his first 2 starts. We sacked Russell Wilson 5 times. This is just a balanced game. Straight up. It's how you want to win a game. Mm-hmm. And now you're looking at 4 consecutive wins. It's our longest winning streak since 2016. I talked about Alfred Morris with the first career touchdown, and Alfred Morris's yards per carry has been high all year long. Every time they bring him in the game, talk about a running back that's still got some gas left in the tank. This is looking like 2010, 2015 Washington football team.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? This literally looked like the Washington football team. I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. And the one last little caveat I want to put on top of this, McCoy has 8 career victories total, all them years with Cleveland, and 2 of them are against the Seattle Seahawks, man. So God bless Colt McCoy, and if y'all want to put a statue up for Colt McCoy, let's do it. You know what he said after the game? He was like, man, I'm just very fortunate to be a part of this team right here because, I think everyone around the league is on notice now. The Giants is the most up and up team. It's the most up and up team in the league right now. And the coach, the culture and the coaching staff. I mean, how is Joe Judge not going to win? How is he not going to win Coach of the Year?
Right. He has to.
How is he not going to win Coach of the Year?
Matt Emery again was mentioning in the chat about the Evan Ingram hate, how in Tana's channel, the chat was just like tearing the dude apart. This is something people forget about when it comes to Evan Ingram. He's by far the most dynamic offensive player on the Giants roster on offense, minus Saquon Barkley when he's healthy. But now, when you have a quarterback like Colt McCoy and even Daniel Jones, who's still progressing, you need dynamic players on offense who he might drop the ball, don't get me wrong. He's also going to make that crazy 30-yard catch over his head, beating a cornerback deep, run him over, and then run for a touchdown. There's not a lot of guys in the league who can do what Evan Ingram can do. So you need that ceiling, and you got to put up with the baloney sometimes.
You do, and I literally said that going into this game, and I mean, it was like I wanted to pull out my hair when I saw the pass go off his hands, because it's not for him. It's just for the Giants fans out here. Like, Giants fans, and I won't even say Giants fans. I would just say for a fan period, right? And I am a fan. I was telling the Beard this off air just recently. Like, it's very hard to watch a game and keep your eyes on everything that's going on. So these little key plays that he's making in the game to literally seal these games, you're not seeing them. You're not seeing when he's converting a 3rd and 6. You're not seeing when he's getting the shoestring catch on 3rd and 4 after he drops the first pass in the first quarter. And literally the team, you could hear them, because there's no fans in the stadium. When Evan Ingram got his catch after dropping the ball, you could hear the whole team like, yeah, big catch, big catch, big catch. Dog, you got to live and die by the team formula, literally.
And one of the announcers, I can't remember which one it was, but one of the announcers in the first half, he immediately brought it up too. He's like, I'm going to talk about Evan Ingram's blocking. And he showed like 2 or 3 clips of him like crushing dudes on the line. Like, Evan Ingram's a willing blocker, and he's getting a lot better at it from where he was. It's like, all right, let's not hate the kid. Come on now.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're outside of the Giants organization and you're not a part of the fan base, I think it's all good. You could hate on a guy dropping passes, whatever, right? Nelson Aguilar was dropping passes that one year with Carson Wentz, whatever. Like, yo, if you want to clown him if he's not on your team, right? But for me, it's like this dude is going out here day in, day out, grinding, trying to get better. And he's showing you on the field that he's making plays, but he does have a bonehead play about every week. But it's like, yo, let's not just bury what he's doing great on the field, because he's having a pretty good year here. And I think this is the first time Evan Ingram has been pretty healthy. Right. We can literally say he's had a healthy season.
That's a great point.
So like let's let it play out, because he's got one more year on the contract. Let's let it play out and see what happens with him, because I'm all the way invested in Evan Ingram. Like, the dude has the skill set. It's just like when Daniel Jones was fumbling and having the interception problems. All these Giants fans are talking about, oh, we need a tank. We need to get Trevor. This ain't the quarterback and all these things. Yo, I played ball. I just use my eyes. I played the quarterback position. I just watched that position, and I assess it with my eyes. A lot of the times in football, man, a lot of things got to go right for you to look good. Look at Jimmy G when he was with the Patriots, how great he looked, and he couldn't even lose a game that first year. Even when they traded him over to San Francisco the first year, he couldn't even lose a game. And now you see when things start to unravel around him, he don't look like the same player. He kind of looked like Mitchell Trubisky, and they looking like they need to move on. But use your eyes, man. We got the quarterback. We need to stop the trade talk about Saquon Barkley too, man. Just dead that. Let's stop talking about off-season transactions when this team is literally headed towards the playoffs.
Especially the way Gallman's progressed this year, because it was almost like a bust year when you got Saquon Barkley going out so early in the year. I mean, the team's obviously still got potential to make the playoffs and make a run, but when you lose your best player like that early, that kind of limits what you think you're going to do as a team. But now you got Wayne Gallman, who clearly is a number 2, number 1 running back in this league.
Yeah.
Not do bets when they got multiple running backs.
Hey, and I'll tell you something too about like when you lose players and when things is going wrong, right? That's when you find out who's gonna quit. Right there.
And that's why Joe, like you said, man, Joe Judge, they believe in this guy 100%. That Colombo thing the offensive line was on an upward trend going into that firing. It stayed on the exact same trajectory. No bump in the road.
Not one bump.
Said getting better and better every week. It almost feels like those struggles in the early season, I forgot all about them.
Yeah, I know. You said they were 25 years ago last week when I was trying to break down the Pittsburgh Steelers thing. He said Saquon Barkley. He thought Saquon Barkley was Tiki Barber out this joint, man. I try to tell you, man, you got to be resilient, man, and you got to stick to the script. That's what it is in football. You can't just be every time something go wrong, oh, we need a new quarterback. Sterling Shepard or Evan Ingram drop a pass, man, we need a new tight end. No, they need to get back to the drawing board, correct those mistakes, and get better. And there's not a Giants fan out there that can say anything about this team. Every position has got better every week. Even our backup quarterback who came in here and just won us a game with putting up 100 yards. Come on.
The Beard, man, do you think Colt McCoy is going to be okay? I mean, I don't know about Daniel Jones' hamstring this week, if he's going to play or not. But do you think McCoy is going to be all right if they got to have him in there for like 2 more starts?
I think Daniel Jones probably plays this week.
Yeah, I'm banking on Daniel.
From what I saw, he was a 90 to 95% chance that he plays this week. I mean, Colt McCoy did what he needed to do. Like, he made some throws on third down. I mean, but they came in with the game plan. They executed the game plan. They played playoff football. They have been playing playoff football over the last few weeks. That's excellent defense and being able to run the ball. And I mean,
big time.
In the playoffs, that's what you need to win. And right now, basically, the Giants and the Washington and everybody else in the NFC East are in the playoffs. Like, every game pretty much is a playoff game you not necessarily go home, but you have to approach every game like it's a playoff game right now. And by doing the things that they're doing with the defense and the run game, like they're approaching it like it's a playoff game, and that's why they win. That's why they're winning games 4 in a row now.
Yeah, and especially for the Giants and for Washington football team right now, these games are so major. I mean, we got 4 games left now. These are all must-win games here. Philadelphia, I feel like, is going to fall out of this race. That's why they put the quarterback in. I talked about that. And this game tonight with Dallas, man, if Dallas don't get a W here, just rule them out. It's over. It's over. This is going to be a run between Washington and between the New York Giants. And I'll tell you another crazy stat about the Giants before we get off this game. 5-2 in the last 7 games. Those 2 games, we lost those by a combined 6 points.
Yeah, we discussed already how 6
It
games
might
in a
even be,
row
hold on. I might even be wrong. That might be a combined 3 points. And then there's another loss dating back the week before that where we lost by 3 as well. So it's 6 points in the last 8 games. So, I mean, the Giants are trending up. And you look at those early games, they were all one-possession games, man. Like, I've been telling people all year, man, stick to the script. Have faith in this Giants team. If you know it's the coach, this is the team, man. They're playing for the coach. You can see it out there. You saw Logan Ryan come off the field last week, and he went right over to Joe Judge, and he said, man, thank you for this opportunity, man. I really needed this, and I appreciate you. And you just felt that love. Now, every time I see that clip, they show that clip a lot without the audio. It's instilled in my brain. I hear it, and I'm thinking I'm about to get that Logan Ryan color rush jersey, man, because it'll just remind me of how much of a leader he was on this team and the role that he played for this team, because I think he might get big money and we might see him somewhere else next year.
True.
We were talking about this earlier. It's possibility that Washington and Giants both make the playoffs.
Yep. The beard was breaking that down for me.
Wild card wise, we'd be 9-7, right? If we won out.
I mean, not even just necessarily win out, but right now we're 1 game. Both teams are 1 game behind the last wild card spot. The last wild card spot is 6-6 right now.
Yeah, the Vikings. And you got the Cardinals who are pushing for that same spot at 6-6. Looks like the Bucks are probably going to lock up one of the wild cards at 7-5. And then the last team would be either the Seahawks or the Rams, because they're both 8-4 right now.
Ben B says Minnesota needs to lose. Well, we know Kirk Cousins. He's great at that. So
I'm really losing faith in Minnesota.
What if we both went to the playoffs, man? That'd be great. This would be the best.
It will not surprise me now, because when Tim told me this off air, I was like, let me look this up real quick. I mean, you look at those games, that's just 1 game different, right? 1 game different. They literally got us in the wild card hunt right now, which is kind of scary considering like what Washington was. Y'all were 1-7 as well, right?
Yeah.
2-7.
2-7? Yeah. I mean, come on, dog. And now both these teams are 5-7 off major wins. I mean, it's been a polar reverse pretty much as far as the standings go. Everybody was high on the Cowboys. Even when they had Dak Prescott go out against the Giants, people thought Andy Dalton was going to come in here and win them the division just because they had a cupcake schedule.
What you think? We're going to roll over? This is the best division in football, folks.
Tried to tell them, man. I tried to tell them.
Put some respect on the name, right?
Please do, man. Please do. Oh, and speaking of first two, rookie linebacker Tay Crowder, he recorded his first sack. So it was the first interception for Darnay Holmes and the first sack for Tay Crowder, who's from White Oak. So big
Tay Crowder
White Oak
might be a piece. He might be a piece. I mean, I think he's a piece, but he's a nice little rotational linebacker. He offers some nice blitz potential.
I like the deceiving number that he wears too in the 40s. You know, when he's getting pressure on the quarterback, you probably think it's a little corner, you know, and then you get slammed to the ground and you're like, whoa, that was a linebacker, cuz.
You know, I think the players, they see numbers before they see faces and stuff like that. Like, like they know the numbers. You know, Aaron Donald, is he 99? You know when he's
you see 99, like Leonard Williams. Yeah, you like, whoa.
Well, you see 99, it's not a good thing to see 99.
Was it Albert Haynesworth 99?
He might have been.
He might have 98.
He might. Oh, you're right. For the skins,
you know who else wear 99 though?
98. How much money he got paid?
Chase Young.
Oh, Chase Young. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Chase Young.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back, do a little trivia. Then we got the Washington recap. Hang tight. We'll be back in about 9 seconds.
Your wide receiver on IR? Oh, shucks. Your running back keep fumbling every week? Man, damn it all. Well, come chop it up with your boys. We are waiver wire tight. Awthentik and the Beard. Every Sunday morning, streaming live at 11 a.m.
That is a promo for our Sunday morning parlay show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the finals program. Gambling, we get all the games, over-unders, against the spreads. We give you fantasy advice, players to pick up to win your team, because it's actually coming up on fantasy playoffs, I believe, this week, right, the Beard? Maybe next week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to win the division.
Do a special fantasy show one of these days. A little bit like a 1 hour special going into the fantasy playoffs, guys to pick up. Might be a hit, man. We'll talk about it.
We do it every Sunday, man.
We do it every Sunday. That's true.
Yeah, we do it every Sunday, man.
Yeah, and you know what else is kind of crazy is now it's like, everybody not in the playoffs. It's time to step up your daily fantasy sports.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I got to download my draft.
Look at this. That was longer than 9 seconds.
He does always say that, and it's like 30, yeah.
Interesting. I always say that.
Oh, man.
I'm going to change the number up and see if you guys really test it out. All right. It's everybody's favorite time of the program. We got to get rolling here. We got Tuesday night football to attend. It's trivia time, presented by Awthentik and the Beard. Cue the jazz flutes.
Jazz flutes. Trivia time.
Trivia time.
These are the way I'm talking about trivia tonight, it's cupcakes, because these are all cupcake questions. If you guys don't go 4 for 4, pulling cards tonight.
I love cupcakes, by the way.
The Beard, you changed shirts. Good man.
He did change shirts. You called him out. He was like, I think he is racist.
I'm telling you, just Google it. If you don't know about it,
All right.
I
Let's play
was
trivia.
going to print out like a picture of Obama, cut out his face, and just put it over his face.
Whoever
Way
watches this shows are going to be like, I swear that guy was wearing an Obama hoodie like 2 weeks ago.
I know,
and
right?
now
Confused as hell.
I don't think it's well known though. He's not like an overt. He's just not.
Yeah,
great.
I think he just got really old and senile. But
I'm going to green screen his whole shirt off him. Just put another shirt on him.
White guy's favorite excuse. Just get.
Hey, shout out my man Nate Talks Giants in the building one time. If you haven't subbed up to Nate, make sure you go sub up to Nate, man. He's one of the youngest, dopest people right now talking Giants football, man. That dude knows his stuff, man. So make sure you follow him.
Drop that link, man. I gotta check that thing out. Yay, Torres.
Yeah, Nate sounds like Ron Jaworski, but he's like 16.
That's fantastic. If you got that kind of voice, you're gonna make a lot of money, young man.
It's his calling, man. It's his calling.
All right, we got 3 football questions tonight. We got 1 hip hop question to continue the theme of that, because that's been going pretty well.
Let's fly.
Question number 1. The Beard, you're ready?
Yeah. Breaking news: Des Bryant will not play for the versus Cowboys after testing positive. Don't let me forget to change my lineup.
Wow. That's a bummer for him and the Ravens, because they're struggling at wide receiver already.
I wonder if Jerry's going to let him in still. Are they playing in Dallas?
That's a good question.
All right. Awthentik, you are ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, just trying to get you that Dallas game.
Oh, yeah. Showing our.
It's in Baltimore.
In Baltimore, yep.
Looks cold. It is cold in Maryland right now. I can tell you actually that for a fact.
He said looks cold. All right, let's get it, yo.
Question number 1. Awthentik, we're starting with you. Name the 3 NFL quarterbacks with 4 Super Bowl victories.
Ooh, okay. Tom Brady.
All 4. I want all
Terry Bradshaw. We should have let him, because he getting to hear my answers. I don't like that. But Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, 4.
It's 3.
Oh, there's 3 quarterbacks, you're saying.
Quarterbacks, 4 Super Bowls.
Okay. You said they have 4 or 3. So you said 4 Super Bowls?
4 Super Bowls.
Dang, that third one is tough.
Beard, do you want to steal?
Yeah, I got it. I'm ready.
Go ahead, take it.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Well, I can't give you the only point because Awthentik did get 2 of the 3.
I would have thought Joe Montana, but I didn't think he got 4. Damn, he got 4 Super Bowls? I thought he had 2 or 3.
Undefeated, 4-0. Never lost. Joe
Montana.
Montana got 4 Super Bowls. All right, so a point to both of us?
Point to both of you guys, even though I don't like it. The Beard, you probably knew all 3. Ding, there we go. Points. Question. I like the Mario one. The Beard, your first answer. Question number 2. How many games did each team play in a single season in the NFL from 1947 to 1960? How many games were a regulation season?
13 games.
Authentic?
I almost want to go with a different answer, but my gut said 13, so let's go with 13.
Should go with a different answer.
Let's go 13. It's all good. I can afford to not get it right. Is it 11?
It's incorrect. Does anybody in the chat know? It's not 12. From 1947 and 1960, it was 12. From 1978 to now, it's 16. From 1961 to 1977, it's 14 games.
Nah, that ain't right.
We don't got time to argue.
It is right, bro.
No, it's not, because listen,
Well,
the only other
you say?
team.
You said 12?
The only other team.
What'd you
No,
say,
I said
12?
13.
It's 12.
We both said 13.
12.
The only other team to go undefeated in the regular season besides the Patriots and the
But that was in
Dolphins
the 70s,
went.
right?
The Dolphins was in the 70s, but the only other team to go undefeated went 13-0.
Well, it might have been a locked out season, man. I can't
The
tell you. bro. I don't know.
1947 Green Bay Packers had a record of 6-5-1. So let's keep it pushing.
Boom.
Man, I was so confident when I said that.
I know.
Too.
I know. You're wrong.
13 was what Miami played though when they were undefeated.
Nah, that
right?
was 14.
14.
It's
Okay.
always been even. It was 12, 14, now it's 16. So it'll be
Got
18.
you.
When they move it, the best bet is 18 as far as the over-under.
Got
Question
you.
number
Got
three.
you.
Crazy.
Starting with Authentic, who was the first running back in NFL history to eclipse 2,000 rushing yards in a season?
I'm gonna go Jim Brown.
Yeah,
Beard.
it's Jim Brown. It's Jim Brown.
You guys are incorrect. It is O.J. Simpson.
Oh, what? No! Ah! See, look. Remember when that last time when you had asked a question that was similar to that? I immediately said O.J. Simpson, and then I regretted it. And then the answer was Jim Brown. And then
they feeling themselves today.
They are really. They're feeling themselves so much, chat, that they're missing the cupcakes. I should have said cupcakes.
You
Too much
jinxed it by
pressure
calling
on
them
these boys.
cupcakes, man.
Too much
Jim
pressure.
and Eddie.
You guys are coming out like you know it. I'll tell you something. Nick.
It's my man. I wasn't alive back then, bro.
All right. Hip hop. I know you guys know hip hop.
Stop setting us up with that.
I know.
I know you don't, but it's Friday.
Question number 4. It's Friday. What was the name of the studio in Manhattan where Tupac Shakur was shot and robbed in 1994? The Beard, we're starting with you.
On the beard. Look at his face.
I was about to say Studio 54 when I heard the word studio in New York, but it was Hit
You got
Factory?
15 seconds.
Hit
That's a
Factory?
good guess. Hit Factory. I'm going Hit Factory too.
Guys are both incorrect. It was Quad Recording Studio.
Ooh, Quad. Nice.
Man, that was brutal, man.
Quad is tough because Hit
Studio
Factory is the more popular studio.
I like it. All right, tied up 1-1. I got to start writing down bonus questions for ties. I don't know why I keep writing an even number of questions.
I'll take the tie, man. I'll be Doug Peterson. I'll take the tie.
We will roll it into Thursday. It'll be double or nothing. Maybe triple or nothing. I think you guys
Ooh,
tied.
double or nothing. I like that.
It might be triple.
Let's get it. I'm with that. You better come with your A game, man. Give us some questions we can get, man. Not this Quad Studio stuff, man.
Man, I thought you guys.
I should know that, man. I should know that Tupac question. That's terrible.
The Beard. When's kickoff tonight?
8:05.
8:05. Jeez Louise.
Mhm.
Let's get
We can
rolling.
go a little over. I mean, screw it. It's the Cowboys, man.
Hey, this is true. The Ravens too. No one cares about Baltimore.
Yeah, right.
Last
There's somebody
recap.
in here.
Somebody in there. Washington, the Bears' Washington football team shocked the world last night. They beat the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers 23-17. They had on the white jerseys. The minute I saw those jerseys, I thought about Sean Taylor. That might be the last time I remember them rocking them things. That's my favorite combination when it comes to Washington football team jerseys. That white and white sweet. As soon as I saw that, I was like, we got a good chance tonight. Washington does maintain pace with the New York Giants on top of the NFC East. They're both sitting at 5-7. Washington's riding a 3-game winning streak. It was an awful start from the offense. First 6 possessions, 5 punts, and a turnover on downs, courtesy of Ron Rivera, making the worst 4th down call you've ever seen in your life on our own side of the field. We didn't give up a touchdown right away to Pittsburgh, but we got Pitt back, had a punt to the 50, and they scored on one play after that, a drive and a half later. So it indirectly led to 7 points for Pittsburgh. So not a good start from Washington's offense. Not a good start from Ron Rivera at all. The defense played good, and Antonio Gibson, toe injury, went down after 2 carries for 14 yards. So it wasn't looking like a promising start for Washington. The defense on the other side of the field played phenomenal. Held the Steelers to 21 rushing yards all game long. Held Juju Smith-Schuster and Chase Claypool 66 combined receiving yards. So if you keep their two biggest threats down like that, you know you're doing something right. Roethlisberger was getting rid of the ball quick. They had this. I mean, there's a reason this dude hasn't been sacked in 5 weeks. He's 2 steps in fire, and he's letting the thing go. It makes him kind of look like Alex Smith, where he's kind of a check down guy, a lot of short routes. But I think he was doing it to counteract Washington's D-line, which was getting pressure. We didn't get any sacks, and I think once we adjusted and realized that he was getting rid of that ball as quick as he was, we're doing more of the let's get up in the air and knock these balls down. Montez Sweat, the monster on the D-line for the game for sure. He knocked down 3 balls in the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh was driving to retake the lead. He knocked one up in the air. Linebacker John Bostic, interception, just about sealed the game for Washington. The Beard, you were texting me, man. Your heart was racing. What an up and down type game, but like a great second half. And that's been a theme for Washington. We come out of the locker room and we shut folks down, and we're also able to move the football. What'd you like?
What did I like? I like the fight. You know, that's a big thing, because I'm not gonna lie, at 14-0, it is not looking good. You know, so I definitely like the fight. I like the second half adjustments. You know, I mean, we are the best team defensively in the second half of football games in the entire NFL. The fact that we held the Steelers to only 3 points in the second half is huge. You know, like, you have a first half like that where it was just sloppy. They were missing tackles. There were dumb penalties. You know, like, nothing was working. Now, I do want to say that fourth down play. If you know me, I hate going for it in your own territory on fourth down. I was actually not mad at that play, and I really liked the play design. Dontrell Inman just completely missed his block.
So let me get it straight though. Are you saying like you like the call on 4th and 1, or you just like the play design?
In that particular situation, I was actually not opposed to going for it on fourth down, and I typically am. There was something about that timing and the way that it got to that fourth down, right? You know, like, we should have had the first down. It should have never been a fourth down to begin with.
And that's why I feel like Ron Rivera called for it, because he's like,
I think so too,
because he didn't get it. But now you also got to look at it. I think it was a 3rd and like 11 or 3rd and 12. Logan Thomas gets the catch like 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. He really makes the play to make that close. So when you say should have had the first down, I feel you. But it's like, y'all were backed up. I think they're down 7 in an ugly game like that. That's the kind of call that could get you fired. I'm gonna keep it 100.
So I mean, I understand what you're saying, the Beard, but our offense had done nothing up to that point. Antonio Gibson was already out of the game and ruled like questionable to come back. When you know your offense is not able to move the football, you need field position. If you got a ball,
you do. Listen, I am totally. I'm not. It was just a gut feeling that, like, and you know me, I typically hate that call. It's just something about it to me, like, I just wasn't upset about it. I
think if you're closer to midfield, it makes a little bit more sense. But, you know, they were on their like 33-yard line, and you literally and you lucky that they didn't get the touchdown on that drive. But I'm glad you pointed it out, Scotty, in your intro. You know, the field position battle there, although they stop them on the goal line, when Washington ends up punting the ball, Pittsburgh gets it at their 50, you know, at the 50-yard line. One play, you're down there, a little missed tackle, and you get the touchdown. So I feel like Ron Rivera spotted them a couple of points there with that one. That, you know, that was a bonehead call in my opinion.
So to go back to the question of things I like, Dustin Hopkins.
Finally, man, I was
stepping up in one of the hardest places to make kicks. And the first one he made was in the direction that no kicker wants to ever kick in at Heinz Field.
And it was so close to that. I was like, this is no way.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that was big. Cam Sims. How long have I been talking about Cam Sims?
That one-handed catch, though, that was the game right there.
He made 2 huge catches on third downs. Like, and this other thing, too, is that, like, it was such a team win, right? And I told Awthentik off air, I said, look, you know, we played well, right? But the Giants win was more of an all-around, beginning to end game plan, stuck to it, and won with that game plan, right? Mm-hmm. We got a little lucky on some plays. There were some penalties that were called, you know, that allowed us. and there's some things that we did that just didn't make any sense. Like when Antonio Gibson goes down, you don't put in Peyton Barber to take over Antonio Gibson's role. You
said that, but I don't know. I mean, they did utilize both backs.
They did, but
McKissick's not a running back for us, bro. McKissick is
he's a receiver. Yeah,
I feel you.
And he leads y'all in catches. He had like 10 catches on the day.
And that's one thing that I did like, because I like that. I talked about it in the preview show about how the edges are where you need to attack with the running backs, whether it be in the running game or in those sort of passes out in the flats. And they started to utilize that in the second half.
It was wide open. They were not. I mean, it was like 3 plays in one drive where McKissick was just leak out a little into the flats, and there was nobody within 15 yards.
And man, we were looking at the highlights, bro, and like Alex Smith, man, he gets that. You said Ben Roethlisberger gets the ball out quick. Alex Smith is literally making those decisions in under 2 seconds. It's just bang, snap, catch, throw, out of here.
Coming out where it needs to be. McKissick and Logan Thomas, I believe they were targeted combined 19 times, and they had 19 catches. Every time the ball went to them, I mean, they made some great catches. Logan Thomas had a couple.
Oh my God, that
one-handed,
like low catch that he made.
Yeah.
The first one of the game, I was like, ooh, he might be.
And Logan Thomas, throughout we said that in a preview show. Throughout the last 3-4 weeks, he's been improving. And
I cannot
I gotta
wait.
eat humble pie because I was throwing Logan Thomas under the bus on more than one occasion.
Both of y'all, Scotty, you too. Yeah.
But
you too.
But listen, when I'm wrong, I admit it. And I was wrong. And I gotta give a lot of respect to Logan Thomas and to the coaching staff. Ron Rivera's mentioned it recently about how hard Logan has been working with the tight ends coach in specific. And so to me, that's just this whole season was about what? It was about the changing of the culture, right? This is a culture changing win right here. And albeit, yes, we all agree that Pittsburgh was not as good as their 11-0 record, but nonetheless, it's still a huge win because you have to think about all the things that were against Washington going into this game. They're going against Pittsburgh. They're 11-0. They're playing in Pittsburgh on Monday night. Washington hasn't won I can't even tell you the last time Washington won a game on Monday night. It might have been 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Have y'all not won any Monday night games since Kirk Cousins left?
We won.
No. Somebody listen. Trust me. It's been a long time since we won a Monday night game.
I think that was the main thing that y'all had going against y'all. I mean, other than that,
and then
I've been talking about Pittsburgh being overhyped all year long. That team is not as good as people think they are. And I was watching Colin Cowherd do his top 10 hierarchy. He had Pittsburgh at number 3, which I even thought that was too high to have them at number 3 because, man, look at the schedules that the Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers have played this year. It's so pitiful. They're playing some bum squads, and a lot of them were in the NFC East.
Right, when they play our division.
And the other division, they get the Jaguars. They got a bunch of cupcake teams on there. They got the Houston Texans in their division. In the beginning of the year, they each played them once.
The Rams are suffering that same fate right now. People look at the Rams and they're like, that's inflated. When you beat all these bum teams, like, who really have you beaten? And that's funny now. Washington and New York got better marquee wins on their schedule than half of these good teams that are 8-3.
Now, quickly, let me ask you this. So I don't want to interrupt his soliloquies going on here, right? If you had to pick who's a better team right now, the Rams or the Pittsburgh Steelers, who do you pick?
The Rams.
I picked the Rams too. The Steelers don't have an identity. And when James Conner's out of the game, they can't run the rock. And I think that was the glaring thing in this game. I mean, Pittsburgh's rushing yards, what is it?
Pittsburgh, they had nothing.
It was pretty much nothing, yeah. I mean, it was like 40 yards 21 yards on the ground from Pittsburgh. When's the last time? Pittsburgh is like 30th in rushing right now. When is the last time Pittsburgh's been running the ball like this?
Yeah, they've been hurt. They've been hurt at running back for a lot of this season.
And like you saying, Alex Smith, he's very accurate in the short passing game, which made up for the fact that Washington didn't run the ball either. We had like 50 rushing yards.
Right.
In the game. But
a lot of that has to do with Antonio Gibson going down because I think that the game plan immediately changed once Antonio Gibson goes down. And I tweeted this during the game because I was saying that, the offense runs through Antonio Gibson. Without Antonio Gibson, it closes the door. It allows everybody to focus in on Terry McLaurin.
And look, Tim, the games that y'all can't run the ball well, right? What do I always say? Why they can't run the rock?
Because they can't pass the ball.
Nope,
Behind.
because they're
Behind, yeah.
Because they're behind, right? And that's another thing. You got to blame Ron Rivera for that too. These are coaching mistakes that people ain't going to recognize with their normal eye, right? You go for it on that 4th and 1 in your own territory, you literally give them 7 points with the field position right there. They go up 14-0, okay? And now you're playing from behind. You can't, especially with your number 1 running back who's coming off of, 3 incredible games. Without him in the lineup, you really can't run the rock. So now you just couldn't give the ball to Peyton Barber all day. That wasn't going to get you to win. So now you got to drop back and let Alex Smith throw the ball all day long, and he did a fantastic job of it.
They only got one more drive after they were up 14-0, and it was 14-10 though, because we kicked that field goal at the end of the first half, and then we got the ball first thing in the third quarter for a touchdown. So it was
and on the drive scoring the touchdown, they weren't rushing the ball, right?
Washington?
Yeah.
No.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because when you play from behind, you're going to be throwing the ball.
Yeah, I don't think they felt comfortable. Peyton Barber, look at his rushes and carries. He did get like over 10 carries. He got more than the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they tried. They tried.
Especially when they got in the red zone too. That's when he sees his carries.
As soon as it happened, they were still trying to stick to the game plan, and they saw that it just Barber wasn't getting the same sort of, he wasn't being as effective as Antonio Gibson. Look at the run where Antonio Gibson gets hurt on. It was a great run. It's super unfortunate.
You lose a lot of spark when he comes out the game. That's probably your most dynamic player on offense. I like Terry McLaurin a lot, but you're right. The offense runs right through him.
And the thing that's crazy is that that's the other thing that I like the most about this is because you lose Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin doesn't have a good game, and look what happens. They still managed to win the game because other people stepped up. Cam Sims stepped up.
I said, is that a problem? Washington doesn't have a definite number 2. And you said, why can't everybody be a little bit of a number 2 as a conglomerate? And that's exactly what they did.
And that's what happened.
That's how you got to do it. Thomas and Sims combined to be the difference makers in this game.
And defensively, the way that the defense is operating, because that first half, the defense, they're super fortunate that they didn't get scored on more. Because Kendall Fuller had his worst game of the season easily.
Darby looked bad too. Darby didn't look good either.
And
I don't understand how they had their worst games of the season with the box though looking like this from the wide receiver core from Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster was literally trying to do everything he possibly could in this game to win this game, and he couldn't do it. I thought the separation that he was trying to get was ineffective, and y'all were making big hits when he did get his hands on the ball. He had like 6 catches, right?
They had the most drop balls of any team in the last 3 years.
So
they had what?
The most drop balls
than any team in the last 3 years.
Yeah. And how many drops was it?
9
10 passes? Yeah, 9 or 10.
So that.
So you do you think that's the difference in the game?
Yeah.
The drops?
The drop. There was a couple things. The 2 fourth
you got Ben Roethlisberger throwing the ball 53 times. How is Pittsburgh going to win like that?
We didn't have to.
And if you throw it 53 times to me, man, I might drop a couple more. What y'all saying, bro?
Look, if you watch the film, Fuller had a bad game. He missed tackles. He got beat on a couple of plays. They just weren't. It was sloppy.
And I did forget about that. We're talking about Fuller's game here in the drops. That helps your game.
It was sloppy. You know what I'm saying? It's just all around sloppy. And then there's the one play where Jimmy Moreland just gets completely turned around on that quick slant.
He had an overall decent game, I think, though. I like the way Moreland played.
But the second half, they made the adjustments. They made the adjustments they needed to make to win the football game, and that's what was most important. We came out of there with a win, and it's huge. It's huge because we did it when everything looked like we weren't going to win the game. Like Antonio Gibson goes down, Terry McLaurin not having a good game. Pittsburgh goes up 14-0. Pittsburgh has only lost 1 out of their last 74 games when leading by 14 points at home.
Yeah, that was credible what we did. And a lot of it, you got to give credit to our D-line. The fact we didn't get any sacks, it's funny. You look at the box score, and it will tell you nothing about how this game went because our D-line completely influenced the way Roethlisberger was getting rid of that football. They stopped going down the field in the second half. Chase Young, I think, only had 2 tackles. No sacks, no tackles for loss, none of that. But if you watch the game, He made that goal line stand on 4th down.
Beautiful
that was one of
play.
the best defensive plays I've ever seen. In my
Yeah,
life.
and don't forget about the play where he got Roethlisberger's arm on that pass too. You know what I'm saying?
Intercepted, knocked it down though. Yeah, I mean there was a lot of different plays that he had that impacted.
Hey, I see somebody else hating on Evan Ingram in the chat, man. Yo, Giants fans, we gonna stop doing that, man. It's one game Evan Ingram cost us this year with the drop, man. It was against the Eagles, but look at the games he's won for us, man. I already did my soliloquy in the beginning of this one. No more Evan Ingram hate coming from the Giants fans, man. Got to kill that. Got to kill that. Dude makes plays.
Facts about Everett too. Everett had a great game.
And
like
so, I mean, it just Earl looked like he tore something up. He looked like he was gonna come back. Matt Emery was like, I don't know, it looked bad, but then he was back next series hitting people. He's been a big find, the 7th round pick. That's huge for us.
Yeah, that cleated injury was crazy. I was the first thing I wanted to be the first person to be like, all right, Alex Smith, it's time for you to channel your inner Kurt Schilling. And it's like before I could even get a picture of it and tweet it, it was like all over Twitter already. I was like, great. I got to get quick on Twitter.
Did you see an interview after the game about it, though? When they talked to him, he was like, yeah, it was just so nonchalant. He's like, yeah, you know, I kind of got a little clique there, and I've never had a gusher like that before, but, you know, got to the side.
I mean, that was a lot of blood.
It was ugly.
That was a lot of blood, for sure.
A gunshot wound. I mean, it was like pouring out.
But I mean,
hey, quick question for y'all though too. So how confident are y'all going into these next games after playing a game like this?
Extremely. I mean, Antonio Gibson's injury terrifies me. They say that turf toe is a bad
Is it now? Listen, did they have? Because we tried to find it. I haven't found a official word.
That's not good. That means he's getting second opinions on it. That's not good.
I'll take Dr. Scotty Boomz on his advice on that one.
MRI or the first CT scan didn't look promising. They're like, we're gonna go get a 3rd, 4th, 5th opinion because we're Washington and we got money. So
yeah,
that's what I think about it.
Look, I'm a little bit nervous, right? But to be honest with you, I'm encouraged at the same time because of the things that I just mentioned about winning a game like this when nothing is really going your way or working in your favor, and it forces the hand of the team to be better than what they have been, and to be able to, and you need to be able to do that down the stretch. Now, I do think they're gonna, if they don't have Antonio Gibson, they're gonna have to figure out a game plan when it comes to running back, because that's the winning formula for Washington. It's very similar to the winning formula for the New York Giants. And I'm scared that without Antonio Gibson, that they're going to get away from that. And I don't want to see Alex Smith throwing the ball more than 25 times a game.
Yeah,
I don't.
46 is way too much. I mean, and good thing he's a really solid game manager, probably one of the best, because he had no interceptions on the day, and he's getting better at that. I got to give him that. But you're right, 46 throws is way too much. My concerns are the 3rd down efficiency in this game. 4 of 17 and you got to win is ridiculous. And then the penalties, second, 9 penalties for 62 yards. This is an ugly game that I feel like Washington shouldn't have won the game.
More yards and penalties than rushing yards.
But Pittsburgh comes out and they shoot themselves in the foot, man. I mean, any game plan where Ben Roethlisberger has to throw the ball 53 times is not the right game plan. And they you know, speaking on what you just said, Tim, about sneaking out with the victory and, you know, you getting that win is important, right? Like, look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. They literally just did the same thing last week. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt with the COVID thing that happened with the Ravens and the short week and things like that. But they just snuck out of a game, right? Barely won that game. If the Ravens were to get that first half call, Ravens win that game without a doubt, right? So you come out of that game, you would think Mike Tomlin is on them. And they're working at adjusting and fixing all these things and putting Band-Aids on what's wrong.
That was like one of the big things that everybody was talking about. Like, there's no way the Steelers come out after the way that they played against the Ravens and lay a dud against Washington.
I was more confident in the Steelers for the simple fact that the Ravens pretty much beat them. And Washington beat them. And statistically, this game was very bad. But I might chalk it up to Pittsburgh Steelers having a really good defense, so that weighs on your offense. And then you got to look at Antonio Gibson going out the game, obviously. And I think the coaching mistakes from Ron Rivera, man, going for it on 4th and 1 or whatever it was. Yeah, 4th and 1 on your own 33-yard line. And the coaching mistake from Mike Tomlin at the end of the game. Kick the field goal, bonehead. Your offense has been throwing up duds all day. Kick the field goal.
Practice squad kicker.
Well, why is he on the field? This is the best. The NFL is the highest caliber of football. Then don't be out there, bro. Yo, we should be able to sign somebody off the streets. And if we sign them and paying them money to make the kicks, man, make the kicks, bro. Like, I started Boswell in this game on my fantasy and found out last minute they had a practice squad guy. I'm like, what the hell, man? If you're not going to let the practice squad guy kick it, put Boswell in the game to kick it with an injury.
So I can get some points for this.
Something, bro. Because, yo, we're not talking about, yo, man. Like I remember on JV, Nino. This might actually been on varsity, Tim.
Because Nino
got
kicked
hurt,
with me
right?
on varsity.
Yeah, he got hurt one game, and they're like, man, I don't think he could kick it, so he got to go for 2. Man, this is the NFL, bro. I see dudes making kicks on YouTube from 55, 60 yards out.
Bro, let me tell you, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but I saw a play where the dude kicked the ball. It got blocked, and it was like spinning on the ground, and he walked up to it and kicked it from the ground as good.
Can you do that?
I don't know. The refs didn't know either. Everybody's kind of looking around at each other like, I think you can. Why wouldn't you be able to, right?
Yeah, you should be able to.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen from a kicker.
Because you can drop kick. I've seen people do drop kicks in the NFL like a couple times, maybe twice in my whole life.
I mean, yeah.
With Carolina and Philly coming up, you see at least 2 wins? Or how many more wins you see for Washington in the schedule? 3?
Listen.
Come on, give me 3. Tell me we're going to get to 8-8.
I think we win out.
Okay. So
I think we win out, and I think the Giants win out. I think the Giants win the division, and I think we take a wild card spot.
You think the Giants win out? Have you seen their schedule?
I'm just listen, man.
We beat the best team in that stretch. Cardinals ain't serious. The Browns, I don't care what nobody says. At 9-3, they're not serious.
Listen, both of us have winnable games down the stretch. None of these games. Listen, the main games that we were worried about was these two games.
Yeah, straight
and
up.
both of us won. And then people thought we were crazy when we were looking at the schedule last time. And
I'll give you the win out, right?
Remember when everybody thought I was crazy? When I said, the first time we went over the schedule, everybody's like, the Washington's going to go 7-9? Are you crazy?
I don't remember that. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember that. I remember calling the 8 straight losses for Washington. Y'all started 1-7 or 2-6. And I said Cowboys would be 0-4, and I said the Giants would be 10-6. And that clearly didn't go that way.
Well, I'm talking about when this is like 2-3 weeks ago when we started when we were revisiting his schedule.
Yeah.
When Scotty Boomz said the Eagles are going to win out. And I was like.
Scotty been smoking that huff. Talking about them Eagles, man.
And I was like.
You said that Washington and Giants are going to win out, right?
No, he said that. And I said it's possible.
I'm just saying.
This is the problem. And I wanted to respond to that, right? With Washington winning out, if they go and they beat the 49ers, this week, I'll agree with you. I think y'all can win out. I do think y'all can beat Seattle after that. The Panthers and the Eagles, if y'all win those 2 games, I think y'all can win out, but I'm not banking on it. The Giants, I don't think we're going to win out. I mean, I think there's at least 1 loss there within those last 4 games. I think there's 1 loss there, but, man, we're riding a 4-game winning streak right now, man. We on a high. This team is playing well, and we're doing it behind the defense. You're looking at 2 defensive shutouts pretty much, man. Like, those were 2 games that we had no business winning, but our defense.
5 games in a row, we've given up less than 3 points in the second half.
That's what I'm saying. We're the best. We are the best defensive team in the second half. Like, what more do you really want?
Washington's on up.
I'd love to come out hot at the beginning of the game like that, but I mean, second half is when it counts. That's when you get your win.
Scotty, man, we're trying to convince you, and we're giving you the alley-oop to come back to Washington Nation.
From where? What are you talking about?
From you was getting cheesesteaks at Geno's.
Oh, you talking about Philadelphia? I told you, man, I broke up with Philadelphia.
You're getting cheesecakes at Geno's.
Nah, I'm pulling your chain, man. But yeah, we're giving you an alley-oop here, bro. You know, you can come back. We got you, man. Washington football. I haven't seen
like 2 more in a row, maybe, and I'll think about it.
All right, that's what's up. That's what I know, man. You lucky that Washington Nation ain't like Giants Nation up in here, because man, there would be a bounty out on you right now if this was Giants talk. Straight
act
up.
like I ever left my squad, man. Come on, man. Someone's got to stay.
I didn't act like it. You did.
Oh, hot takes, man. Clown ass.
I'm the one who loyally sticks to my team, but I'm the clown ass. Got you. Dave Gettleman, Leonard Williams, New York Giants, Joe Judge, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones. Let's
Patrick
go.
Graham.
Y'all know I bleed blue, and nobody makes me bleed my own blood, Scotty.
Interception Cowboys. They're running the ball now. Zeke looks good. He got the new haircut. It's about to be a drive tonight. Baltimore.
He got the new haircut.
Yeah, it looks like
I wouldn't be surprised.
He needed it for sure with the season he's having. The Beard, though, you said 2 more wins?
I think we went out.
He said 2 more wins after that. We just had a conversation about winning out, man.
Come on, man. You really think that? That's your prediction?
I That's my hot take. We winning out. You heard it here.
I guess your hot take and your prediction, we'll put that in the same lane. Then.
I see you, PJ. I see you. I see you, Laylo. What's up, bro?
It's still 0-0 right now while we're here. Cowboys, Ravens, 0-0. Give me a pick and a score player to look for. The beer. Start with you, man.
I'm going to go Baltimore's going to win 21-17. Player to look for, J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. You starting
J.K. Dobbins is a good one.
You must be starting him or something, right?
I am, yeah. And I just pulled a J.K. Dobbins auto out of Prism. So
there we go. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I knew.
Tim got a card for every player, and every player is on one of them fantasy teams or them drafting lineups.
Right.
You got everybody. You got J.K. Dobbins? Of course I got J.K. Dobbins. Of course, man. Of course.
Authentic, man. The Cowboys are now in the red zone. I don't know if that's going to change your pick at all. Who you got tonight?
I'm not picking the Cowboys tonight. I'm taking the Ravens. They better rely on the boy Lamar Jackson and the rushing game. J.K. Dobbins for sure, man. They're gonna have to rely on that heavy. No Des Bryant kind of blows me. That would have been dope against the Dallas Cowboys. But, yeah, give me the Ravens. And I'll take the Ravens. We'll go 24-19.
24-19. All right, third down. I'm going to watch this Andy Dalton play real quick. 5 wide. Takes the snap. Oh, he's going to the end zone. Terrible throw. I'm taking the Ravens. 28-17.
You wait to see if he scored a touchdown.
Michael Gallup is running open. Michael Gallup.
Yeah, they get up 7-0. You might pick them, right?
Not going to happen. I mean, if you gave me 7 points right away, I might do that, but I can't do it.
Oh, man.
All right, let's send them off. Right, everyone's going to watch this weird Tuesday night game. The Beard, man, send them off.
Yo, shout out to everybody that came through tonight. As always, we love the support. Shout out to everybody on Twitch, Periscope, Facebook. We really appreciate y'all's support. Thank you to all the mods for dropping the links and keeping us posted on everything that's going on in the chat. We appreciate all y'all hard work. This is going to be a wild ride from here on out, ladies and gentlemen. New York Giants, Washington football team, neck and neck right now on top of the division. I'm looking forward to what's to come within, the next couple of weeks. This is going to be tough. I'm going to see you guys on Thursday night because we're going to have a lot to talk about as far as the previews for these upcoming games because we both – it doesn't get any easier next week, with the 49ers in Arizona. So I'm assuming that the Giants are playing at home since we're playing the 49ers in Arizona.
Yep, we're playing at home, so they got to travel to New York. I think that's going to be definitely a factor in this game for sure.
That's weird vibes, though. We're going to be playing the stadium that's interesting. We're playing Arizona.
They're going to have to redo all the end zones and everything, right? Or are they just going to keep it? Or are they just going to keep it Arizona?
Oh, so wait, this week they're playing in Arizona Stadium.
Yeah, because
I thought it was like some other stadium. Wow, that's what's up.
Are you sure that it's in the same Cardinal Stadium?
I don't think it's the Cardinal Stadium. I think it's another stadium that was like a college's stadium or something like that.
Really?
I thought.
Right? Yeah, I don't think it's theirs because I'd be like, you're not playing in our stadium. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think they was practicing there too. When they talked about them practicing outside of California or whatever, it was I think it was at that stadium as well. But I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think y'all got it a little easier next week than we do, man. I don't know, man. San Francisco 49ers, what is it? CJ Beathard and what's the other kid's name?
Mullins.
Nick Mullins,
but
man. The quarterbacks is struggling.
Kyler Murray's got that bum shoulder, man. He better get that together. He's not scoring.
Yeah, that's been difficult for him, man. But as far as tonight's game, man, shout out to Monique in the chat, but y'all don't got to go watch this Dallas Cowboys game. Let's go over here to the Hubs channel, raid the Hubs channel, talk some more Giants football, man. You know what it is, man. Authentic in the beard. I'm gonna keep it simple tonight, man. But let's go raid that chat, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. We might hit them monetization numbers today. We'll see. We were damn close before we signed on air. Ahuma, man, I appreciate you for tuning in, man. That's an OG. Ahuma was one of the fastest running backs back in the day, man. That dude could cut and juke you out of your boots, man.
Or 2 feet.
Shout out my dude one time, though, man. But yeah, man, definitely appreciate everybody pulling up one more time. Tonight, let's go raid the Hub. And don't forget, Tommy and Tracy got their stream happening later on. If you want to pull up to that, I'm going to probably be in the chat there too, man. Giants Nation all day, man. Let's go. This is great to see us turn this season around, man. And it's just beautiful. It's starting to feel like that 07 year all over again. Me and my boy Pat was talking about this on Xbox the other day, man. Like, when there was 9 minutes left in that game against Seattle, my hairs rose up, man. I was like, are we really about to win this game and really, really go into first place with 4 games left? I'm so anxious to see this come down to the last week. Washington versus the Eagles and my Giants against them Dallas Cowboys.
Woo,
it's going to be a
man.
great one, man. So appreciate y'all tuning in to Awthentik and the Beer, man. It's been love. It always is love, man. It's been a great week of football, man. Shout out to the Washington football team. That's a major win. And I think y'all seeing us win, y'all were like, yo, we got to buckle down and get this W. And they got that W, man. So salute to them. That's a clutch victory by them.
Yeah, I mean, G-Man, hottest team in football. Washington's right behind the tail.
Yeah.
Four-game win streak, 3-game win streak. NFC East, we're coming for next. Everybody watch out for yours. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys on Thursday for our preview show. We're also going to recap the game tonight. If we want to talk about the Cowboys, we might even just skip that one all together. Now we'll talk about it. Have a beautiful evening. Enjoy football game. We'll see you guys Thursday. Best division in
Peace.
football.